Well, hello, everybody. I'm by myself right at the moment because we got 2 minutes to go. But I'm going to do a Facebook espionage, my my lovelies. And you know what else I need to do is work on. I have lists that I use to work on all the time, of course. So I can do a couple cards that way. Let's do one of them. I want to tell you about a project I'm working on. Let me share screen and talk about the project I'm working on. Okay, my mother's up at a retirement home called the Villager. And what I'm doing is I had them all pick out what they wanted for a gift, including the staff members. And then let me see here. And then I'm wrapping up a present for them, and I'm sending them a card and making a tag using SendOutCards. So let me show you the first thing. So I've got a staff member named Wendy. Actually, I should probably add her. I can do it when I'm going. Okay. Your photo here. I'm going to send her a postcard first. And here we go, postcard. Next. So everybody's getting a postcard, and everybody's getting I'm sending myself the flat cards, using them for tags. I'll show you that next. So here's the first one, postcard. Here we go. And the postcard says Santa's Nice List. Now on the front of a postcard, or the front of a flat card, or the front of a 2-panel or 3-panel card, you can add a text box. So here I'm going to add Wendy Cassidy, who is a staff member up at the Villager. Now I'm just going to put it in a font like that and a couple times bigger. And then I'm going to see when it has the crosshatch, that means I can move it. Here we go. There we go. Put it right there, and that's it. And this is a postcard, so I'm going to go on the back, and I'm going to write, congratulations on making Santa's Nice List. You'll find a gift from Santa under your tree. Yay! And then I'm going to send it. Now, because I'm on unlimited, there's subscriptions with SendOutCards, and I'm on the unlimited ones, individual heartfelt. This is going to be included in my subscription. So that postcard is going out. Add recipients. Now she's not in here, so I can add her while I'm doing it. So here I will do. And make sure I have the other address. Okay, here we go. I'm going to put Wendy Cassidy, Cassady. I'm going to put staff member at the Villager retirement home, and it's 50 North Mass Street in Goffstown, New Hampshire. Here we go. And H, where are you, NH? Here we go. 03045, okay. And then down here, save, and it'll automatically check her. So then I'm done. I'm going to do them one at a time. And here we go. So I'm doing one of these postcards for each of the, hi Donna, I'm doing one of these postcards for each of the residents. And then also, hi Donna, one for each of the staff members. And this is a staff member. I just went ahead and started going, sorry. Ready to send. And then I'm going to send hers. Now, when I do a project like this, I come up with ways to, I'll tell you what I'm doing, Donna, sorry. Hey, I'm doing, you know how I'm doing the Villager project? for the,
Yeah.
well, this is for the staff members of there. So, as a matter of fact, I bit off a little bit more than I could chew. I expected them to have 3-4 staff members. They have 13.
Oh.
So,
Oh yeah.
right, that's right. But I need a system if I'm going to do that. So now what I'm doing is I have the list of 13 staff members and what they want, because I included them in the pick your own gift thing from the Avon book. So now I'm sending them a postcard, and I just sent the first one, PC, and I added them. So you have to have some kind of system if you're going to deal with this many people, in my opinion. And I got 29 total, including the staff and the residents. So I have a check mark when I put them in my database and send out cards. PC means I sent them the postcard that I just did that says you're on Santa's good list. And then at this end and the other end, I'm going to put tag, which means the tag for their present. So I'll show you that right now because I'm doing it for everybody. And it's just going to make them look more professional. I don't have to do this. This is a cutesy thing I wanted to do. So how I do the tags is, and I shared this idea on the group page, I'm going to do a flat card. So I'm going to pick flat card here. Next. And then I've got a graphic that I'm using on everybody's that's from Santa. So here's the graphic that just fits on there. And I just got it on Google. And because it's the front of a flat card, you could actually add a text block to the front of a postcard, a flat card, a big card, a 2-panel and a 3-panel. You can add a text block. You just can't do it on the inside. So I added the text block. And then I'm going to put their name. So this one's Wendy Cassidy. And then I'm just going to make it a little fancy by doing that font and then making it a lot bigger because it doesn't look right so small. And then I'm going down here and making it red so it'll fit in on the postcard. And then over here, of course, you know, when you hover on it, when it goes crosshatch like that, that means you can press down the clicker and move it. So now that's going to be a flat card. Now on the back of the flat card, I'm putting that artwork that my kid did. It just says Happy Holidays.
Oh, nice.
Just to have something on the back. So this is the back of it. So this is the flat card. So this is going to come to my house and I'm going to punch a hole up here in the corner and I'm going to attach it to their package with a ribbon.
Oh, nice.
So this way just makes it easier to do. And now I'm going to send this to myself because it's a flat card. So I'm making all of these individually and sending them to myself. This seems weird, but it's going to be easy, I think, to put all this stuff together because of it. You know what I mean? So I just pick myself on here and send it to myself. And the idea that I posted on the site was instead of putting the people's names, I saw somebody do pictures of the people. But of course, I don't have pictures of all these people. So I'm doing their name with that little graphic. And it's included in my subscription. And there you go. That's free. So now I'm going to just put that I made her tag on here. And I'm up to doing, so the employees, I just started the employee list. I already finished doing all of the residence lists. And I did order everybody's stuff already, and it started to come in. So wrapping's going to be next. And I ordered, oh, that's a lot of sun, isn't it? I ordered, oh, there we go. I ordered candy canes because what I'm going to put on the top of each package. And at first I'm thinking, how am I going to do this? But I'll just use tape. I'm going to just put a piece of tape over and it'll stay. But a mini hand cream, a lip balm that matches it. And I got they all match. And then a candy cane. And the tag, that pretty tag with their name on it. So I'm going to wrap it, put those things on the top, and everybody will have one. So, and then inside will be what they picked out.
Yeah.
So anyway,
That'll really be nice. That'll be very, very, very nice.
well, I try, if I'm going to do something like this for this many people, I try to get a system so that once I decide, I don't have to keep deciding on stuff. I just
Right.
29 of this, do this 29 times, do this 29 times. You know what I mean? I can just do the system. And that's how I deal with most of my, like with my downline and stuff. When I'm going to do something for one person's birthday, I'm trying to think of how it can be done for everybody. So everything has to be a system, which, yeah, has its goods and bads. So what's up with you?
Oh, nothing too much. Working, my full-time job.
Oh, that pesky thing, huh?
Yeah, yeah. And of course it's month end. So,
Oh, yeah, that busy time.
yeah. So,
Yeah, I just got done talking to Donna. I'm not Donna. What am I saying? Jennifer Gilman, and just like I thought she had some great entrepreneurial information that was relevant to us, right? That's funny. Yeah. So she was pretty good. Yay.
Yeah, she was. I watched it. I didn't click
Oh,
in or anything.
good. Oh, good, good.
I
I thought she was good. Yeah,
Yes.
wasn't that funny that when you think more about the person being a good fit rather than the prize you're going to get for recruiting, it works out better, and it always works out better. But I've been saying that for a while, but not everybody, you know what I mean? People still talk them into it. They talk someone into it. And I've seen people sign up for Avon, for example, or any of the other ones. I've seen people sign up just to get the person away from them. They'll pay. Haven't you seen, I was out with the district manager in the parking lot recruiting, and I actually saw somebody pay $25 to get her off of her.
Oh my gosh.
She bought a kit to get rid of her. You could tell that's what it was.
Yeah.
That woman, that once she left that situation, she never would speak to us again. She didn't take our calls, she didn't return our calls, she didn't anything. And that's because she basically paid for the kit to get her away from us.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be doing that. To me, we should be like interviewing or sorting through to see who's a good fit. And that's true with all the direct sales companies, SendOutCards included, is who would this be a good fit for? Right. Not let's jam it down their throat so I can get my prize. You know what I mean? It's just funny.
Yeah, that's kind of, I'm not good at recruiting. I've had people sign up under me because they approached me and that's what they wanted to do, but then they didn't work.
But you don't have to be good at recruiting. All you have to be good at is listening, because lots of times people will tell you that they want to sell. They just don't say, I want to sell Avon. Usually they say, my boss is a jackass and I wish I could work for myself. And if you let that remark just go by, they were saying, you know what, I might want to do Avon, and they just didn't want to say that. At least that's how, if you talk to enough people, that's how recruiting works, in my opinion. It's not go on a hunting trip and try to catch prospects.
Yeah.
So I don't leave my house and go to the parking lot and recruit, because last time I wanted a job, I didn't say, you know what, I'm going to go wander around the parking lot. I bet you there's people out there looking for people. People who are looking for a job don't go wandering around the parking lot. All you're going to get is people that don't want to get interrupted. You know what I mean? In my opinion. So
yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But is that something that you like doing? I don't want to say recruiting, but building a team?
No, because and it's like, I mean, it's hard sometimes for me to work my business because my full-time job is so demanding.
Right.
I kind of do it part-time.
So you'd rather just deal with customers?
Yes,
No.
because I don't feel that
Yeah.
I can be there for a team member necessarily.
Mhm,
Because I mean, now all this month I've been working overtime.
mhm,
So that's limited the time that I can do anything else. Like I
right,
can't go out and see people because
mhm,
as soon as I get done working here, then I'm dealing with my online customers.
right,
So I'm not, and then on the weekends, I go see my local customers.
mhm,
But I'm not going out there and setting up anywhere to get new customers because I don't have that time right now.
right.
And that happens a lot with my job, unfortunately. But
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, it's not that you're the exception. Most of the representatives don't want to do, they want to just do the selling, and that's awesome. Nothing wrong
I
with
mean,
that.
I would like to, if I wasn't working full time and could
Mhm,
be there for them, but
mhm,
I don't feel that I can be. And in the past, when I've recruited, I've had a few where they didn't want to take the initiative to do, they wanted me to show them how to do everything and
right.
not take the courses and
Those,
learn
yeah,
how to do it.
those aren't the ones that work out, so don't worry.
Right. And they didn't, so it was like,
No.
I mean, you hate to say to them, I can't be here every week when you put your order in. I'll show you the first time, but that's
Well, no,
it.
you say you're a
Now you
business owner. That's part of this business is you submitting your order. Right.
but it
Right.
was like, they expected me to be there every week
Yeah.
and help
No.
them do the order. It's like, no, I don't have time for that. I'm sorry.
No, you do like with my kid. My kid's like, I want Chinese food, but I don't want to go get it. And I sound just like my mother. I go, well, you want me to eat it for you too?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, hey, I'm calling it and I'm paying. What part of the deal are you doing if you're not going to get it? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? No, I'm not going to eat it for you too.
Right, right.
I do that with the refs on my team, though. I'm like, no, that's your business. I'm submitting
Mhm.
orders for my business. Yeah, you want me to get your pay too? It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Right.
It doesn't. So,
Yeah.
and that's kind of why I don't I don't push for that.
Yeah, I'm
And then
leaving tomorrow.
I had one girl sign up, and I don't know what happened because I got an email that I needed to approve her, which I've never gotten an email saying I had to approve a rep for
How,
signing up on my
how
site.
long ago was that?
About a month.
Oh, I don't know what that one's about.
And yeah, and it was like, and I thought, well, maybe it's some of this thing, I don't know. But anyway, I called her and, I told her that, and there was a problem with the site when we couldn't get in.
Yep.
And, I said, I was having trouble getting in, but as soon as I got an answer, I would get back to her. So then I finally got in, but then there was nothing there. And it was like, I don't know, so then she contacted me and said she figured it out or whatever, but apparently she signed up under someone else
Oh, it could
because
be they were approving the move.
she wasn't under me.
No, I mean
So,
that could have been the email that they were approving the move or something. Because we weren't
oh,
getting emails for that. So
yeah, I don't know. I mean,
there's no sense not approving it because if the person's friends with the other rep, they're not going to stay with you anyway. They're gonna not do anything because they'll be mad.
oh, okay. Well,
Hey,
I don't
Heather.
know.
Hi,
But
Heather.
I clicked approved, whatever, and then she said she was all set, and it was like, okay.
No,
But I mean,
that
she wasn't
is-
under me.
It's that is a volume of people situation anyway. Leadership is you're never, it's focusing on one person at a time sounds like you'd want to do that, but the problem is so many don't work out that you need to constantly be putting on, and I don't mean, I mean like 3 or 4 campaign, is the only way you're going to stay ahead of it, to build a big giant group, in my opinion. There's a lot of people that are putting on even one a campaign, and you weren't doing that. You were putting on one every once in a while. It's very hard to earn money that way, because you know every single person's story. What you were just telling me, the ones that signed up, what they did, how you called them, what happened. I can't tell you that because I'm putting on too many for that. And that's almost got to be what you're doing to stay ahead of the tide. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yes, I'm sending them all stuff. Yes, I'm keeping in touch with them. Yes, I'm sending a card series and everything. But do I know every one of them's story? No, because I need to be doing a volume of people, because it is a treadmill of people. There's no, and you know, some of that is because there's no charge for the kit.
Oh,
So or there's 30. The biggest thing is 30. That is not a commitment. That is a few Starbucks trips. So some people buy the kit to be kidnappers and don't ever do anything. Some people change their mind. Some people are only signing up so they can tell their spouse they're looking for work. You know what I mean? There's a whole bunch of things. So you just got to go with it and find more people. That's just the way that is. So Heather, what are you doing today?
Finally got off the couch after 4 days. That's quite unusual for me.
Were you on the couch voluntarily, or you weren't feeling
No,
good?
yeah, like I just decided I needed to get through the rest of this year. I needed to stay at home for Thanksgiving and be with my crew and not 500 million people, and just watch football and the Macy's Day Parade and just movies. So we just watched movies as fun and family, and it was nice. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Now I know why people get stuck there though.
Because then you're like, oh, I gotta go into work. What? Yeah.
Even when I'm home, I don't generally sit very often.
Oh,
but, you know,
right.
it was, you know, we put up the tree and just we had a very nice time. So
I have that
back to
problem
work.
too. Yeah, I gotta. I've got to get my thing out here. I'm leaving tomorrow for LA for the Avon thing. Yay! So the kid is years aren't old enough for this yet, I don't think, but the kid is staying home alone, which, it was scarier when I went to Las Vegas. The kid was here for like 6 days alone. That's a lot.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
And we had planned on a friend coming, but the friend didn't show up.
Oh no.
But that friend isn't that reliable. So I had already said, if the friend doesn't show up, you know, I still have to go. So you're still going to have to deal with this. So, but no, he did a really good job. And I'm glad I got cameras, and I'm all those things. But I'm like, you know, you need to get your happy butt out there to the bus stop and go to school every day. All that stuff's got to continue. But I do pay him to watch the dog. So that's the deal. I said, you know what, instead of me getting the dog sitter, if you decide to stay here, I'll pay you to do it. Yeah. So that worked out.
See, I did that. I left 2 of them home alone when I went to Orlando. But like I had my neighbor down the street watching the little one because I couldn't leave her home. But you know, Ashlyn's 15 and Shauna was 12, and they just basically played on their phones for 48 hours. You know, that was a short trip. So
yeah, no, I'm feeling good. The kid's already 16 and a half though. So somebody's like to me that they thought that was crazy leaving him, like, you know, in a year and a half you get an apartment, right? So I mean, what am I going to do? Wait till because I know some other parents of our friends that their kid hasn't done a sleepover yet anywhere.
Oh my, yeah.
Oh,
right. And I'm like, how's it going to work really? You know, because we've done camp and everything. I mean, preparing for this.
Yeah.
Because so I'm feeling pretty confident about that. But it's funny
now,
that
doesn't Alex have a license or just a permit still?
Not yet. They don't do permits in our state. He's driving on my license.
Oh,
so he can't drive the car while I'm gone. That's a no-no.
Oh, gotcha. I mean, not that you probably want that, but Yeah, my
Well,
state, every
no,
state
not
is
now.
so different. My state, I'm in Georgia now, and in Georgia, you have to get your permit, and then you have to have it for an entire year. So my
Oh,
15-year-old still doesn't care about driving, so doesn't have a permit. But I'm like, what's going to happen when you're 17, 18, and I need you out of the house?
you know what? You got to sell it on them, because sell it to her, because yeah, because I've been talking that the whole time, because I have minimum requirements to leave my tutelage, or whatever you want to call it. Knowing how to swim was one of them, which seems like an oddball thing, but we weren't leaving my house till you knew how to swim. We're not leaving my house till you got your license in your hand. So it's always been one of those things, but luckily he was into it.
Good.
Yeah, so that's been good, but he should already have his license by now, but it got messed up because the whole COVID stupid thing.
Oh yeah.
Because the school that we had signed up for went under, and then finding another one, right? We're on the list, so the school starts in January for that, but he's got friends already with licenses, so that's too bad.
Okay.
But so a year from now, even less than that, he's going to be able to drive. So hopefully.
Yeah.
I'm glad I saved my old car.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm not that important with your the big company that you're going to, your main gig. Your main gig is not really my main gig anymore. I don't really know what I have a lot of side gigs that
well, no, I have a lot of side gigs, including SendOutCards, which we're on right now. Do you know I actually earn more than $1,000 a month from SendOutCards?
Wow.
So that's not too bad. You certainly can. And you know what, the best way that I've found to get customers and affiliates for SendOutCards is just sending cards. And I think it's the massive number of them that I send that some people want to do it. Yeah. So like this year, my Christmas card has the SendOutCards logo on the back rather than the other company, only because I can't put both.
Right.
And what I did was put the link to my shuffle card, and that goes to my Avon information. And most of the people I mail to already know I do Avon. So I just put the logo for SendOutCards on the back. And that's how I end up getting people that want to do SendOutCards. It's funny. But I know. Who would have thought that that's not bad, $1,000 a month?
No. Good. I'd take that.
Yeah, really, all day long.
All day long, yeah.
Yeah, all day long. Yeah. So no, but Mr. Greg was here doing the tree. Today is Christmas tree day. It's a tradition. Mr. Greg helps me because it's big. And he was saying, you're going to that meeting and you're paying? I'm like, hey, I'm not an employee there, pal. He says, well, can't you do it virtually? I says, you can. And I have before, but believe me, when you're in the top tier, there's an expectation that you will go. And I said, although in Orlando, I was the only top one there. So maybe I have that wrong, but everybody got a pass because everybody's so COVID scared. So I don't know. So I don't know out there what's going to be. You know what? I love this new shirt, except the bottom of it. This is like a Zoom shirt, isn't it? It's nice and it goes nice with this necklace. The
jewelry,
But I don't like the bottom. It's too long. So I don't know if I'm going to wear this out there or not. I've been buying shirts based on their zoomability.
There you go.
But now I have to worry about the rest of it if I'm going to go places. Yeah, and sadly, I did the before and after shot of the makeup today because I put makeup on so rarely. I feel like I have to do like the before. How sad is that? So I'm gonna lug the makeup out to California, but it'd probably be like Orlando, where I just look at the bag and go, not really. I can't believe we got to dress up one night.
That would be nice, though.
Out there. Nice for who? No, I said to Erica, I don't want to do it. No. And Erica's my buddy, but she's also like the good, she's not the devil one. She's the good.
Oh, okay.
And right. And she looks at me and she goes, we're going to have to go, right? Well, see, if I brought Tamara, who was with me in Orlando, I'd be like, Tamara, let's go to the bar
the whole time.
The bar again instead. And Tamara would be like, yeah, let's go. See, she's the devil one, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Right. But Erica's like, we got to go, right? Oh. Oh, so I want to tell you, this is hilarious. You guys aren't going, right, to the LA thing?
Mm-mm.
Virtual.
I did sign up for the virtual part.
They sent us, this has been the talk of the town here because it's so funny. They sent us a email saying that if you wanted to go to the Studio 1886 tour, they're going to bus us all down there to go to the tour. But if you go to the tour, it evidently is located in a different section of town than the hotel.
Don't wear your fancy dress.
No, you're required to show your vaccine card.
Oh.
Or
Get swabbed.
if you have a sincerely held religious belief. This is quoted from the email. Sincerely held religious belief that you could take a test and show the negative. But I want to know which employee they're shuffling out to the door to test people's sincerity. That's what I want. And I want to know what the test is. See, I'm a pot stirrer like that.
There you go.
I want to know what the test is and which employee they're hustling out there. If I was the employees, I'd be like, I'm not touching that one.
Not it.
No, I'm out. I almost want to go just so I can give them a hard time about that.
Figure out. No, they'll probably do a swab test. They'll probably do one of those quick things.
You have to have it with you. You have to bring a negative test with you. So I actually
you have to bring a report.
Right.
Oh. Okay.
Which is stupid because you could have got it between the time you did that and the time you got there. But anyway, what isn't stupid? So, but I happen to know someone who didn't get the vaccine, who doesn't have the card. It doesn't happen to be me, I do. But they're not going on the tour because of it. So I'm going to stay at the hotel and drink with them. Which is an excuse. I don't really necessarily care. Well, I don't really care about the facility because there's never going to be one near me.
Yeah.
I'm probably never going to use it for any reason. So why do I really want to see it? Right. So I don't care. I almost want to go just to find out what the test is, though. What's the test for the religious sincerity?
I forgot. I left my vaccine card in New Hampshire.
Sincerely held. Yeah, if it wasn't this, I have done that before. You know what? I was with the kid. We were all dressed up, and we had our hair done and everything one year, and I forgot my name tag, and we were going to the big dinner. So one of these little intern girls were at the door, and she said,
"What let you in?"
Cinnamon, right? She said, you can't come in without your name tag. And I said,
don't you know who I am?
No, I didn't say that because I don't think that's right. I said, okay, but I would like it if you would go to my table. I'm at table 2 and speak to Margaret Gramman. Let her know that I'm not going to be sitting next to her for the meal because you wouldn't let me in. If you wouldn't mind that, I would appreciate it, because I'm not walking back up to the room, which is 100 acres away. Yeah. If I do that, I'm not walking back down because I'm just not doing that. But I don't mind. I actually would prefer room service, but I need you to tell Margaret because I'm at table 2 and it's right down the front and stuff. So you go tell her and we'll be on our way. And when she knew they're numbered by how much you do. So once I said table 2, she already knew that wasn't going to be good. So she said, well, she's like, wait a minute. No, I don't say, you know why I would never use that. I had somebody do that to me at the flea market. I'm set up, right? And I'm trying to be pleasant to everybody. Why wouldn't you be? And an Avon representative come up, which lots of them did. And she was talking to me and I said, oh, that's awesome. You do Avon too. And this was, I was already senior. I don't know, senior executive. I don't know what year it was, but she says, I said, oh, you do Avon too? That's awesome. Me too. I said, do you do leadership too? She says, you don't know who you're talking to, do you? And I said, oh, sorry. no, I don't. And she handed me her card, and I was expecting, I don't know. She was a unit leader, which is awesome. But for her, she acted like I was.
You should have known. Yeah.
On the bottom of her shoe. And I said, well, that is awesome. I'm so glad you know what I mean? I didn't say anything,
Yeah.
but I would never do that to someone because I think that's presumptuous for starters.
Yeah.
I don't know, she could have been Andrea Jung's daughter for all I know. You know what I would never assume that I have a higher rank or something than someone else, because the first time that is not true. You know what I mean? So I would never do that. But it's just so funny. She looked at me, she said, you don't know who you're talking to, do you? She said.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, geez.
It was hilarious. So no, I gave her too. I hope she asked somebody. That's not nice. See, that's how I would rather someone find out. If I happen to be a higher rank, I hope they find out from someone else, because I don't want to be telling anybody. Oh, since we're recording this, let's talk about work for a minute. Okay, so right, you know I'm working on all these lists. Now, did you know about the Villager project, Heather?
No.
My Villager project, okay.
Your Villager project.
Well, you're gonna hear this again, Donna. Okay, so
that's okay.
the Villager is the retirement home where my mother lives.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to do something for them. And I was thinking something fun. I don't know. My thoughts were send an entertainer there that I'm paying for, or a food truck of something different they don't get to eat, something for the holidays, fun. I asked them to start with what would be good, and their ideas were so bad, which is not nice, but their ideas were hat and mittens for everybody. And the first thought that went in my mind is my mother wearing a pom-pom hat. And I thought, oh my God, right, because she would hate that so bad. She doesn't do hats and mittens. So I'm thinking, well, okay. And then the next thing his next suggestion was chicken tenders for everybody. Right, and that was equally exciting. I'm thinking, oh my God, is this the best you've got? So I waited a day. I didn't say something right off. I waited a day trying to be more diplomatic in my head. And then I wrote it back and I said, I'm not sure you understood what I meant. I was thinking more fun. This needs to be fun. You know what I mean? Because I want to do something fun. You know what I mean? Hopefully they can have chicken other times. So anyway, I gave him some suggestions. I gave him a whole list, and I threw the Avon option in at the bottom. I thought it sounded fun because what I did was, the idea was, I put the resident's name, first choice, second choice, and I had a cover letter, and it said, Santa wants to buy you an Avon present for Christmas. You put your first option here. You can get anything you want as long as it's $40 or less. So they get to pick.
No peacocks for them.
No. I had to put 40.
No.
Submission or some peacocks or something. So it's a 40 or less, and there's a lot of them. That's why. But it says 40 or less. And sure enough, they got a kick out of doing that. They had the list back to me in 24 hours. It was like, and my mother's like, oh yeah, they were all going through the book and going crazy for that. So that did turn out to be a good option. I thought it'd be fun that they pick it out themselves.
What they want. Yeah.
Is why I thought it would be fun. And sure enough, they picked out wild stuff too. It's awesome. So that's what we did. Now, some people picked low price stuff for both of their option. So I did get both. Like some people just picked a shower gel and a body lotion.
Oh, wow.
Together they weren't like 30. So I got both. So I'm going to wrap them. But I wanted to come up with some kind of system. So I'll show you the cards. And then when I went and picked this up, I thought, oh, I better do something for the staff because they're the reason I have my life back. Right? So But I didn't realize when I said that they have 13 staff, which is fine. I'm sure some are part-time or whatever, but that's still okay. So that's 29 people. But that means even more that I needed a system that is going to work for
Yeah.
everyone. Okay, so I'll do one.
So how many residents are there?
The delivery guy. What'd you say?
How many residents?
There's 16.
So, okay.
16 residents and 13
Staff, okay.
staff. So that's
Okay.
29 total. So everything I'm doing in sets of 20. So I'm getting what I ordered, what they want. I've got all of that stuff coming from Avon. Okay. Now I'm working on, I need to make sure I have boxes for the clothes things, you know, bags for the bottle things. So I'm working on getting that done. Then on each, sorry, I got to deliver it back. Dog goes nuts. Okay, so I'm on the outside of the package. I'm making a tag, which I'm going to show you because I use SendOutCards to make it. And then I'm going to put a candy cane, a mini hand cream, and a matching lip balm, the holiday ones. Those 3 items plus this tag I'm going to show you on each box.
Okay.
And I did the tags as flat cards and sent them to myself with their name. So let's do one together. I did one at the front here too. But this is a great idea to put tags on if you bring into a party or something because they're so professional looking. You know what I mean? So I'm going to go build your own. And I'm going to build a tag for the next person on the list here. Customize flat card. So this a flat card just means it's just back and forward. It doesn't have, right? So I just got this graphic off of Google. There it is. That fills the whole flat card. And on a flat card, a postcard, or any of the panel cards, you can add a text box on the front. So I'm going to add the text box. And then the next, this is the next.
That was the part I couldn't do because I was trying to do like a letter to Santa.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do that on the flat card. So how did you, I wanted to fill in their name.
Just click.
So, okay. So you go over above layout, there's a text box.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. And so now, then I'm going to highlight the address, the person's name, change the font and make it bigger. And then down here, I can make a different color. Do you get where that is though?
Okay, yes, now I see. Yeah.
And then what you do, see, the text box just gets shoved anywhere. So then you hover over it and it'll go crosshatch. See? Look on the screen. Are you seeing the screen?
Yeah.
So see what you'll go crosshatch there. Then if I left click and hold down, I can move that around. And you can only do one text box. You can't do a bunch of them. So do you get where that is now?
Okay.
Because it will only work on the front.
Oh, okay, on the front. Okay.
And it'll work on the front of a flat card, a postcard, a big card, any of the panel cards.
Oh, I like that. Okay. I like that better. Okay. Because I was trying to do the
Santa's naughty and nice.
I was trying to do this the other day and it wasn't working. I was thinking I had to, as a flat card, do a background.
No.
But they said I couldn't do a background on a flat card, but if I do the photo, and thank you for teaching me that. I didn't know there was a text box link on there. So that's what I needed.
You only can add one, and it has to be on the front of whatever it is.
That's
okay.
Fine.
Now, so on this is going to be the tag that goes on every single present, right? So I'm going to get this at my house, and I'm going to hole punch in the corner and put a ribbon and put it on the box. On the back, I'm just going to put the kids drawing that goes on the front of my cards, just so it'll be something cute. It says Happy Holidays, and it just fits there. So this is
Okay.
the whole flat card is going to be, that's the front, this is the back. And now I'm just going to send it to myself. That way I'll have every single one of them with their name professionally done
Okay.
on their tag. That make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Now
this,
you could, oh, okay. So you could order them in bulk, but then it wouldn't have the name on it.
right.
Okay.
That's the whole point of doing it this way.
Yeah.
is-
Okay.
So I'm going to do them individually, have them sent to myself,
Okay.
and then they'll be right. And I'll show you the other thing I'm doing to go with this. This is the tag that goes
Okay.
on the present, right?
Okay.
And it's included
Uh-huh.
in my subscription. I got to mark that I did her tag. Hold on. Because I got a system. And it won't work if I don't mark it off. Okay, so the other one is I'm sending each one of them a postcard to carry this forward. So all the residents and all the staff members, and this is what this is a postcard. Okay, postcard right here. Next. And then on the postcard is that other graphic that you've been using, I think. It's the the nice list. Here it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so now this is a front of a postcard. I'm just
Okay.
going to go over and click text box,
Perfect.
and there's the text box.
Okay.
I'm going to write her name, Ashley Cooper. Okay, and then I'm going to move it down here, although I need to make it bigger. I usually make this font, and I increase it twice on this particular one, and then make it equal there. Okay,
Mhm.
and then that's the front of the postcard. And then in the back, I just write, congratulations on making Santa's nice list.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. I usually read it before I send it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Santa's nice list.
First grade teacher, always in me.
Find a gift under your tree from Santa.
Okay, that's
Under your
cute.
tree from Santa. Okay, and then save and proceed. Now she's not in here yet, so I'm going to add her, which you can do either at the time that you do the card or you can do it ahead. But it's just as easy to do it here. So
So you're gonna send this to her work.
yes, I'm going to
Okay.
send it to her work. So she's not in here already, so I'm going to add new address. And how I'll do it is it's Ashley Cooper, staff member at the
Okay.
Wilber Retirement Home. And it's 50 North Mast Street, Goffstown. And the other ones just say, they don't say resident, I put in care of, because they all live there, the residents all live there.
Right.
Mhm.
So 03045 and save. So now I added that, and it doesn't show here, but when you are it checks the one, right? It checks that one that you just added. So now this is also included, this postcard is included in my subscription. There she is, ready to send. And that's going to go to her. So this was kind of like a way to drag it out to make it more fun. You know what I mean? So any day now they're going to get a postcard saying, look under the tree for your gift from Santa. Then we're going to bring up the big load of presents that are all from Santa. So most of them have really bad memory problems like my mother. So she might not remember picking her own stuff out. So most of them probably won't remember. So it'll just be fun from Santa. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They'll be going like, oh, how did they know? How did he know what I wanted?
Yeah.
That'll be awesome.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun.
And sometimes it is, just about, I know you don't give cards, give to give, not give to get. The same thing is with these presents. You're not giving them so that you'll get something back, because a lot of them, like you said, might not even remember it, but it's about doing something nice for somebody else, and then your payback might not be from them as customers, but down the line, somebody who's visiting them maybe over the holidays might see their card or might see their gift, you know, or if not, you just did it as a Christmas gift. I love that.
I actually am not even thinking of it that far through. It's more like, I don't usually give to the bell ringer. I don't usually round my cents up at McDonald's for McDonald's. I don't do those because I would rather know who I'm donating to.
Giving.
So I usually pick something like this, or somebody in particular that I know has a problem or whatever. I'd rather solve a problem that I know myself. And this is one of those things where my mother's telling me that some of the residents don't have any family members. They're paying for themselves to stay there, so they don't ever leave and they don't ever have presents under the tree and stuff. So at least I solve that for some of them.
Yeah.
So I would rather do that than shove a 20 in the kettle. You know what I mean? I'm not anticipating. It was actually just a bonus that the guy picked Avon, because it makes it, I can deduct it.
Easy,
I can deduct the products that I purchased to do it. But that's, you know what I mean? And
well, you could have deducted the chicken, but this is a much better thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And using SendOutCards for part of it, that ends up happening almost no matter what I do. Like in the thing where I'm working on that committee where we're having a reenactment on my site and stuff, I'm using SendOutCards to promote that, but it's a natural thing for me when I'm part of something to look at my toolkit, and SendOutCards is one of the tools that I almost use for everything, from selling Girl Scout cookies to announcing my candidacy for state rep. It's just one of the things that I almost always use. Like Shuffle, I use that too. So it was just how I was going to use it. It wasn't whether I was going to use it. And it just, when I ran across that thing with somebody making tags, and I thought, wait a minute, I can do that. And the tags will be beautiful. Because I was just trying to make it like a fancy thing from Santa, rather than just something I put together. So I think this just brings it up a little bit doing this. And it's not costing me anything because it's on my subscription. So it's just my way of making it a little bit nicer, I guess, but, or at least in my head. And it makes it a system. Me and Donna were talking about that. The things that I can do that I can fit into it. Once I figure it out once, then I can do it for the other 28. And then it's easy to do then for me, once I have a thing going. Even things like Mr. Greg coming today and setting the tree up. He's done that same thing every year for the last years or whatever. So, and we have a system. So we do the same. That way you only had to decide once. And then after that, it falls into place. So it makes it easier. I do that when I'm traveling. Like tomorrow, I have the same purse that I travel with. I travel with the travel purse, and I have, this is sad what it used to be, because you couldn't have it smell like anything. But I never mind. Heather's going, what are you talking about? Right.
What? I'm wondering what the smell is.
If you smoke, you can't have stuff like that on you. So it was a non-pot purse. Now that anybody can smoke pot legally, I can say that. But I had to have a purse that had never had any in it, that I took to the airport with me, because you can't have that kind of stuff on you with the dog. So anyway, I use the same purse, but now I use it not for that reason, but because I use the same bag, purse, the same thing, because then I don't end up leaving something somewhere, because I've done the same ones. I put the purse on the same way on the carry-on. I have all the stuff the same. So I know if something's missing right off, you know what I mean? I think that, to me, in my life, it makes more sense. I don't leave stuff because of it. I don't lose stuff because of it. So does that make sense?
Yeah.
You guys are still thinking about the pot purse. I know.
No, I was thinking, because the last time you told a story and smell was involved was about Alex coming home from summer camp. So I was thinking,
oh no, the pee smell thing. Oh no.
I was like, why does your purse smell like pee?
No, I live in rural New Hampshire. It's pot smoking heaven up here. We're all hippies.
Gotcha.
We're all old hippies. But what right, when my father was down the Cape before, when he was talking to me, he's funny. When I first moved up here, he said, I used to do this all the time when I was a teenager. I bet you did too, once I tell you. But he said to me, one of my friends said all the hippies and pot smokers live up in there in New Hampshire. He said, you're not smoking pot up there, are you? And I said, every chance I get, I'm smoking all the time. And he says, I hate it when you're sarcastic like that. So that's what I did when I was a kid, though. Whenever he'd say, you're not doing that, are you? I'm like, all the time. All the time. And I meant it. But he thought I was, being
kidding. Yeah.
But anyway, that works for me.
Yeah.
Oh. So anyway,
now I do like I'm going to do the tags, but I need to work on it like now. So, because our mail, I don't know where I know it's coming from, Salt Lake City. So it's coming from over there, but our mail in Georgia, everything takes 5 days longer than the rest of the United States. I don't know why.
Almost a week to get to me because I live across the country from them. So that's why I'm doing it before I leave.
Do it early, yeah.
Right. So that when I come back, I can start putting the presents together. Yeah. So if this is a great idea, if you start now, if you want to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be good for like people that have kids that don't read yet, could do the tags with their net pictures. You know what I mean? If you got little kids. Yeah, you don't know, but
No, but I did send some of them. I kind of I like the flat card better, but what I did was I opened it on a 2-page card, and then it's like I had the front, like you're the best kid ever or something silly. And then you open it up and it's the nice list, you're on Santa's nice list. But I changed, now this takes, I did change it, and then I have to change it back for when I'm doing it for work. But I put in the return address from Santa Claus. Well, I looked it up, like the 123 Elf Lane, and it's in North Pole, zip code 88888. So change that as well. And then the kids, so I'm sending them to kids. I'm addressing it to the kids.
Yes.
The kids are thinking it's from Santa because
it says
it says it. The return address is from Santa. So I really like send them out, just to the kids, because then it's about making the kids really, especially some of those who aren't, I sent one of my 8-year-olds, she's like, oh, he does exist, because who would know that it came straight from the mailbox. You saw the mailman drop it off, so it wasn't like there was any funny business going on. So
I would rather, you don't do the elf, do you? I wanted to kill that.
Unfortunately, yeah, we do.
Oh, I hate it.
Hopefully we're done soon. I mean, like, I already messed up on the first day because apparently it's supposed to come out on Thanksgiving, and I didn't have even my Christmas stuff out because I was too busy sitting on couch, right?
Yeah.
So my 8-year-old's like, Mommy, the elf didn't come back. And I'm like, oh, that's because we didn't read the book, honey. You have to read the book first. Thank goodness I came up with that excuse. So we found the book, and it came back late.
But better before I realized the cats would frig with the elf if I didn't dangle the elf in the air. So then I just spend all my time figuring out how I was going to dangle the elf somewhere else, because the cats were like, I want the elf. Yeah. And I knew that was
so now it's just like, sometimes the elf stays in the same place for days on end, and the excuse is always somebody must have touched her, because if you touch her, she can't fly. Oh man, who touched? Are you sure you didn't touch? No, Mommy, I did it. It must have been the other kid. No.
Oh, that's pretty good.
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna go for now.
Yeah, well, have fun in California.
Thank you, and I'll be posting about it, of course. I hopefully some fun news or something will happen fun. Yay.
Yes.
So, did you buy a dress already since you're going tomorrow? You said you have to dress up.
That I had from before. I don't be buying for that kind of stuff. No, no, but you know what? I usually go barefoot, so I'm going to wear Crocs because I turned
Yeah,
my.
the shoe is fine. Yeah.
No one's going to know because it's a long dress. But
Yeah.
even if they do find out, that's more. I usually wear no shoes, so Crocs will be an upgrade.
Crocs are fine. Hey, Crocs are in now, so we're good.
I'm good with that. Even if they're not, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. These
Well,
guys
yay.
for
Well,
nothing.
thanks for teaching me about the text box. I didn't know about the text box, so I'm excited. And now I have so much
Yes,
work to
and
do.
you can message me anytime. I thought we
Yeah.
solved that for you, but no. I thought you and I
It's
solved.
Yeah, no, I got it. Yeah. I think you said use Canva or something. I can't
Yeah,
remember what the
well,
answer was. Yeah.
I said
but
you could do that if you can't figure it out, is what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
yeah, we got it.
But yay.
All right.
Yay.
Bye.
Okay. Thank you guys.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.